Hi everybody, it's me Josie. Um, Lately I had sent a happy mail to Sigri Soto, and she asked me if she could see how this was made. It's a spool or a label, whichever. And this actually comes from, get it over here, this Sizzix, whatchamacallit, it's Where Women Cook. I'm not sure what designer does this, but they're really cool. And you can, like I said, you can use them as labels. I have mostly used them for spools because, you know, it's a good way to keep all your little pieces of anything. I even use it for washi tape, and I'll show you how to do that now too as well. Well, there isn't really much to show. So I cut it. Now, if you don't have this type of die, you can naturally try to cut a piece like this, you know, fold the paper in half, make a nice little design on the end, reopen it, cut it, reopen it, and put it on some cardboard. Now, this is the backing of paper album. You can use the backing of calendars. You can use the backing, you can use cereal boxes. My first ones were done with cereal boxes, but more layers, you know, 3 or 4 layers to come to a thickness that I wanted. Let me bring it just a little touch closer. No, there we go. Okay, so I cut these. This is a little bit light compared to chipboard, normal chipboard, which I bought once. I will never buy it again because it is so expensive. You guys, I don't have sales like you guys have there. Like, there's hardly, and if there is a sale, we have no coupons here. There's nothing here really that we can how could you say, I practically can't save on everything. I practically have to buy everything for full price, you know. And when I see your videos and the hauls and the you get them with discounts plus the coupon, you know, and I was going, oh my goodness, you know, I have to go to Canada. Yeah, I have to come home. What I will do is bring 2 luggages, a big one and a smaller one on the inside with my clothes. So that way the big one comes back with me packed full of goods. Hopefully one day I will be able to do that, but hopefully customs aren't going to stop me. But yeah, so we'll go on with this. So I cut one of these and 2 of these, and as you can see, this die has 2 different sizes, a smaller one and a bigger one, and this is the difference of both of them. So they're both good sizes. So what I do is then go with the machine as well too and cut the paper. Now, like I said, if you guys are going to be doing this by hand, what you can do is cut the cardboard the way you want to. Instead of having to cut all the paper the exact same size, you can, you know, paste the paper on a little bit bigger than what it is and then cut around it. That's my suggestion of what you could do. But there's all kinds of label dies and things like that, and if you know how to draw, I don't. I can't make a straight line. I can't make a perfect circle. I'm terrible at drawing, so I'm really happy I got this because I probably would have said, no, it's not for me. I'm not going to do it. So I just grab a glue stick. It's always a terrible glue stick I have, but I want to use it up and never buy it again. I can't say that it doesn't stick, but you kind of have to make sure that it's going. Now this is a 2-sided paper, so yeah, I think I'm going to use this one here. I think this paper is from Graphic 45. It's an 8x8 paper pad. I think it's called Tea in the Garden. I'm not sure. I'm just going to grab it really fast so that way you guys can see which paper pad it was. Yeah, here we go. Botanical tea. That's what it is. Okay. And it's almost finished because my sister found out I had it, so she's in my stash too. But yeah, it has beautiful pages. Beautiful pages. I'm thinking of getting another one because I really did like the pages, and so that way me and my sister, we have more prints to play with too, because she loves these papers as well. Really pretty. So we get the one side done. Do the other side here. It's Sunday afternoon. And just laying around the house doing practically nothing. Well, I'm here now. But here in Italy, you see, we have big lunches. You guys would have, a big dinner. We have big lunches. And our dinners, yeah, we sit down to have dinner, but it's more light, It would be what your lunches are, I guess. Yeah, because here then the life is different as well too, because of the fact that my husband will leave at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to the store. He comes back at 1:30, as the kids do when they're in school. They come home at 1:30, and that's it. They don't go back to school. That's their day, from 8 to 1:30. And they also go on Saturdays at school here too, which is a bummer, because I think the kids should have a full weekend, to play around. I think they have to go to school 6 days a week, and I don't agree with that. But I live here, so I have to agree with it. And then my family, we all eat together. Everybody comes home. We all eat together for lunch. So by the time I'm finished doing the kitchen and everything, it's 4 o'clock. They've already left by 3:30. And then they'll come home at 9 o'clock. So these are our store hours. The stores will stay open until 8:30, 9 o'clock. Depends. If there's clients, my husband's not going to throw them out, and he's going to stick around until they leave. So at this point, you would let the glue dry a bit, and I already have one ready, so that way we don't risk, because while you're heating it, it'll probably start popping, but that's okay, because then I go out, if it happens to me, which it does sometimes, I'll just go back after and glue it better. Okay, so there's one. It's all glued. Okay, now see the sides here? Now imagine when I did them with 3 or 4 layers. So, and I don't really worry about that, because if you look at it here finished, it's not bad. It has a nice finish to it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to pick a color, and well, yeah, I'll just pick out this one here. Or no, I'll go for a little bit darker, or should I go for, you stay right there, guys. Yeah, I'll go for frayed burlap. Now, my sponges, I don't, obviously, I don't have one per color. I use them for all colors until all the sides are filled up. And then that's it. So, take a bit here. My hands are a bit sticky from the glue, huh? And we just run it around the sides. Now, you can stamp on this as well too. I have done stamping on it as well too. But I love this paper just the way it is. I don't want to stamp more on it than I like this design. There's already writing on it. There's butterflies. There's little birdies. So for me, there's really no need to go ahead and stamp on it as well. The beaches are probably packed full today. Apparently the sea is calm. They say it's clean. So going back to this discussion about our lunch, so especially Sundays is a day that, I'll make the pasta, and I'll make, a meat plate. After that, I actually made meatballs today, and we bought some fresh pasta. They're long macaronis that are just delicious, and they were actually even made with whole wheat flour, which is even better for you, because white flour does nothing for you. And it's like I have a balloon in my stomach because I'm not used to eating pasta and meat as well too, because I'll make or pasta or a meat plate. And so especially here in the summer, you guys, it's it's time that my husband will lie down a bit in the summer, especially in the summer. In the winter time, probably not, but it's only like a half an hour, 45 minutes max. That's it. He can't really rest more than that because then he has to go to the store. I'm gonna get my lock. This was a base to an old lamp that the lamp had broken, and I had only saved the base. Actually, just do one side at a time. So when you guys are doing these, I advise you to do the one side and let it cool really good, because then while you're doing the other side, this side will get warm again. Okay. Get my monster out here. Sorry about the noise, you guys. Now you will have to go over it a couple of times. To get a nice thickness. And you can continue doing it until you don't see dimples that you don't want to see. I think really one layer is enough. It coats it very well. It's an ultra thick embossing powder. So, you're gonna get a good coverage. I just want to do this side a bit. Now I don't know if you can see that. There's a whole bunch of little dimples on that side there, and that I don't like. I like to take that away. So I'm just going to heat it up a little bit more. Now this, you have to have a heat gun to do this. You can't do it with a blow dryer. It has to be strong enough to do it. This is a professional heating gun for furniture. I have the small one. The little Tim Holtz one, that just doesn't work for me. It doesn't melt my embossing powder. I don't know why. Just gonna stick it in here a little bit more on this corner. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side and let it cool down. Okay, so that way later on I can go and work on the other side, because this side will be nice and dry and I won't have to worry about, even when I lay it down on the other side, that it's going to stick to it. So I really want that to cool down good. What I do wanted to show you is that I did them with jelly prints. Look at that. And this is my idea, that we can even use these for our homemade washi tapes. Once it's plastic, it has the plastic on it, because embossing powder is realistically plastic. You can even stick it on and it'll come right off. Now I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure it's washi tape. It doesn't have that thing that would rip it off. If you leave it like this, yeah, it will, because it's still paper on this. So I did these both with washi tape, and this is a perfect little gift too. You want to send some of your homemade washi tape, you can send it on one of your homemade little, spools, little labels. Before we go on to this, I have some other ideas too that if you guys want to see, I'll show them to you. Now, these I got so many of them, okay, I'm not going to tell you how many ice creams I eat, but this is a perfect little stick for a little gift, a little round of a little bit of your own homemade washi tape, and these are wood. You can decorate them any way you want. You can paint them. You can. I just went over this with an ink pad, so you know you can do so much with it, and then you can even go over it with the embossing powder if you want as well too, because you know you can do it. Why not? You can do it on paper. You can do it on wood. So that's another idea too. This is another cute idea for your own sake to, you know, you can put several different washi tapes around this and, you know, keep them for yourself, you know, to store them on top of as well too. And then I wanted to show you this. Now, this is a little box where I have my homemade washi tapes. See, I have actually put mine on a tube here. These ones I made a while ago, and I put them on a tube. And what I'm doing with this box is when I get Happy Mail and there's washi tape around it, I'm starting to stick it all around this box. So hopefully one day I'll have it packed full of my own washi tape that I've received from other people as well too. So I didn't paint the box because I thought it was anyways a nice carton color. And so that's what I'm going to do with my washi tape when I do receive it in the mail. Some of them had come off with the paper, so I had to glue it on. But it's a nice way to keep other people's washi tape too that they sent you on the mail, because I don't want to throw it out with the envelope. I try to take it off as best as I can, and I'm going to start filling up this box up. Okay, so we're going to try one of these and see what they look like. Get my ink pad out. This is my clean one. See that? You wouldn't believe what my dirty one looks like. That's bad. I have to wash this. We'll go for the small one. Apparently you can even use glycerin, I think it is. Okay, take this away. And this is good because it kind of protects my table, but by the time the heat gets through it, because this is really powerful. In a way, I really like it because even though it's a big piece, you know, and you have to be careful where you're going to put the nozzle. And this is good too because I put it on the marble itself. And but the heat won't get through this. So yeah, I'm liking that. I'm even liking that already with just one coat on it. But I will put a second coat because I do want to make, see, now I'm even seeing all the dimples in the reflection of the light. So I'm going to heat it up again really fast. I did a little stamping on this one here. Now the embossing powder, you can use the ultra thick. You can even use the melt art. This is what I'm using now because I don't know, lately I've been ordering ultra thick and they've been sending me this, but it works perfectly fine for me. And there we go. And that's it. Now, I think you could probably do this with glossy accents or a good 3D varnish, but how much of it are you going to need? Because it is a little big, you know, to cover that up. You're going to need a lot of it to cover up both sides, you know, and with the embossing powder, you go really fast too doing them. You don't have to wait for drying time, and you don't, you know, it's done. It's already done. I just have to wait for it to cool really, really good, and I'll go on to the next side. Okay, so I hope you understood everything on this. And now I'm going to show you something else that Sigrid wanted to see. I sent her these little homemade hangers, and I'm going to show her really quickly how I made them. Hopefully they'll work out for me, because for the fact too that I didn't find, I think I used it all up actually, because I made quite a few of those little hangers. I didn't find the normal wire that I was using that was much more softer than this one, but this one is working fine. I tried one out. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on the floor. Hopefully my cat won't come around. Put this to the side. And we'll get these. Okay, so this wire doesn't even have what kind of gauge. You know, that's the Italians for you. There's nothing written here. Copper jewelry imports, special copper. That's all it says. I'm sorry, you guys. It doesn't say how many gauges. It says 10 mm. Size 10 mm. And underneath this, it's 0.8. So I wouldn't be able to tell you. And I'm sorry, I can't really tell you because I'm not an expert in jewelry making or anything. You guys, when you're saying 20 gauge and everything, I don't even understand what kind of size it is perfectly. I've gone to the store here where I buy this stuff, and I've told them when I see videos I see 20 gauge. She doesn't even know. So I think there is a conversion as well too in the numbers. And so, but this is what I use, and you guys could use a very soft pliable wire that, you know, that goes well. So what I do is I don't cut a piece. It's so soft that I can just with my fingers do it. I don't need that special kind of plier that they have. I don't even have one. So instead of cutting or measuring, I just go directly into this and I make a circle here. Okay, and this little piece here, I'll put you up closer. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this little piece here is going to be wrapped around, right? So I'm going to wrap it around. A few times. Well, didn't come out really good wrapping, but see where I put my pliers here? Okay, and before I cut anything, because I want to make sure what size this will come out, and I'll get my decision from what size this comes out on how big I want to do the little loop on top. Where are the ones that are done? Right here. Okay, so here we have two. We have a bigger one and we have a smaller one. See that? So I go ahead and I stretch it with my fingers, and I get this form here. Okay, so don't worry about, you know, making this straight right now. You can do that after. And what I will do is right here at the end, I'll just grab a little piece with my thumb and pinch it like that. So you get that form of a hanger. I'll do it on the other side. And then you can go back and kind of fix it up as well too. You probably went too far. You can go in again and fix it up. You can stretch it out just a tiny bit as well too. This is why I said don't fix this yet, because you're going to be stretching it just a tiny bit upwards. And then you can bring this down and fix it up. Okay? Then what I'm going to do is, judging by the size of what I did make, I will take some kind of pen or pencil, which I think is the best size to do my little hook on top. And I think this will be too big. I'm going to get a pencil and see if that works out. And I'm just going to put the pencil right here at the beginning of where the two wires meet, and just circle it around. Hi, Molly girl, what's the matter? What's the matter? Is it dinner time now? You see, I saw that and I think it's too small for this hanger. So I'm going to just stick in the pen and redo it again. And I think that's a lot better, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to cut it. Right down here. Okay, and you can even kind of fix it with a little loop right there to make it look more realistic. You know, real hangers have that little tiny loop on it. Now, it's not really a cutting edge, but if you do want to, I think you can go with a sanding paper and sand that down just to make sure that you're not going to cut yourselves. So at this point, once that's done, and I'll, you know, play around with it, fix it up, and that's it. So remember, all you do is start with a circle. So the bigger circle you're going to have, the bigger hanger you're going to have. You're going to kind of like put it in a circle, but kind of triangle shape to understand how big your hanger is going to be. Once you've had that measurement done, you're going to do your loop to what your hanger size will be. So these are the 3 hangers. There we go. And this is even another one here that I have. See, this is a much softer wire as well too. You do not need an expensive wire to do this. It's a much softer wire to do as well. And there you got your little hangers. Aren't they adorable? Okay, you guys. Sigrid, I hope you liked this video. I hope you understood how you do it. If you guys have any questions, just ask. And everybody have a nice, happy Sunday and a nice crafty day. Bye.